Hello, hello, welcome to Wednesday, the oh man, 17th of December in the year of the 2025. This is it was cuter. Loki's been it is welcome to the most horridorable place on earth, the one, the only Phoenix Electra Circus. Yup, that's right. It's me. It is my so. Welcome to my so. I am stitching. It's not time for snacks. And I hear you say, what are we sewing? Today. I don't know. It's my sew though, and we'll sew whatever I want to. Are we actually is chat work? Are we here? I see seats up in the front for those who are daring. I see seats in the back for those who would prefer the nosebleed section. Eh, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just excited that you all showed up to work and lurk or do whatever. That is a-okay by me. I've got some simple sewing. We could do some complicated sewing, or we could careful. Yes, or we can see how fussy cutting goes with this tool. Yes, this is one of the most horrible scalpels in the entire world. All right. And I broke it. Actually, it's mostly horrible to try to figure out the mechanism for its protective cover. Whatever. Whatever. How's everybody doing? Is it the weather has been weathering things? Yes, I see. Funny camera angles and cats. Perfect. Let's see here. Where's my light? Who put my lights button there? Let's straighten it up and see. Oh, and my words. Daylight, and I forgot to close the window. So welcome to winter. Did I ask how everyone's doing? I know people are trailing on in, and there's other stuff. Oh, turn it back on. We are starting off super awesome because we're the best little shit show that could. The circus that just keeps going. You can't put us down because the show must go on. Yep, that's right. It must. What am oh yeah, after hemming and hawing and thinking I was going to change my mind, cut 4-inch strips of that black black stuff. The shimmery goldy black one for the edging. I have it pinned. We'll sew one, we'll flip it, we'll finger press, we'll stitch it again. And also I cut 1-inch strips because I thought it would be fun to maybe attach a hanging loop on there. So we will try again this cut trim pull through loop turning technique. We'll see how it goes. We've not necessarily been the most successful before in the past with that technique, so why not see if we can fail at it again? Or who knows? Maybe this time we'll succeed. Why, thank you, Trouble. Where are you? Are you just gonna hang out there? It's not quite time for snacks. Not time for snacks yet. We've got sewing to do. We have so much. And then I cut out and folded this little block because I want to try that glue the fabric technique. Something is just something else in your world when you're like, is my glue stick with my crafting supplies or with my makeup? It was with my makeup this time. Not a surprise, because, sometimes we mask our eyebrows. Not in a long time. We haven't done that in a long time. Giant character crazy makeup. Let's see. That there, I'm gonna. Scalpel is in a safe container, and I have nothing covering the blade so I don't forget because it's interesting, but still very sharp. I pulled my cutting mat. Headed. So again, this is the final of the two Mummer's Art Quilt pieces. Let me get settled in because I couldn't do a chair check because Loki had decided I like this spot and I didn't necessarily need to be in it. All right, I'm just gonna do a quick trim because well, careful because you don't want threads to get wrapped around your treadle belt because A, it wastes thread, and B, just makes things not work so good. But you know who does it sometimes? Yeah. All right. Let us get on with the sew. Are we all set up? That looks the way I generally like it. Got foot. Our okay. Yeah, so I just cut these pieces on the straight. You could have cut it on the bias. It doesn't, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Hello, Jess. Welcome. Good evening. I hope things are going indeed. All right, I think we're all set up. Just gonna try to make sure I get all the layers. I have it pre-folded. I'm trying to do these folded mitered corner things to have a finer finish. All right, let's see if we can do some backstitch in our backstitching. Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna read chat. I could not be bothered to try to. I don't know why it doesn't work. The chat bot thingies, or not bot, whatever. Yay, we get to be here and everything's great. Just stupendous. Just gonna trim this because my foot's on my thread tail. Oh, cuddling. She has. Oh no, has either strep or the flu. Oh, poor kiddo. Yeah, I hear those things are going around. They're, try to not have a tin of destruction, and as much as I clean and organize, and then still. Oh, ooh. Yeah, 'tis the season. All the exposures from Thanksgiving making their way around right in time for sharing it again with the holidays. And fingers crossed, I'm mostly making sure I catch the layers. If I don't, that's also why I picked this yellow. It's just part of the landscape. You guys, what are you doing over there, Trouble? Just. Yeah, I don't recommend either of them, but I do know both are going on. And that's fun. And, yeah, Oregon. Alright, let's double check those look like. I have not stitched a single thing. We have no bobbin going. Well, that would do it. Ooh, well, hopefully she's all curled up in a nice warm cozy quilt that you created. Have you used those blankets? What is it, that Minky? What is Minky? And is this just those like soft squishy blankets that folks are then I think we broke our bobbin thread because our spool was sitting on our thread and it's too heavy for that. Take a gajillion. Like if that's, because I know there's that, we try to keep this velour tech, or is that the velour texture doing? Wow, I am not my best words right now. All right, yeah, so trying to, you know what, there is like, all right, I'm just gonna sew and it's gonna be okay. I had enough to go 3/4 of the way around with one, and then I'll just add a extra at the top bit. I think I pinned these corners correctly. We'll see. I was contemplating doing a rolled hem around the inner section of the border and then just top stitching it down, but I think we'll just do it. We'll figure out something. Or I know we could just do it by hand, a quick whip stitchy thingy, but all right, so I'm getting to the corner. I did this funny foldy thing. Fingers crossed that this works. I'm gonna get to the corner, and I think the only, I don't know how to describe what I did for the foldy thing. Just so I overlapped it, so then I've got this overlap, and then I'll turn it out, and somehow it's supposed to look more fancy. Yeah, I've been for all my exposure. Somehow I guess my time will come. I too will get sick with something again. And it's been a while. Yeah, I guess if this was a once I do this first pass around would be a time for people who iron under that you could iron under and then pin it from the top and like top stitch it in the ditch. Would that be top stitching in the ditch? I don't know I don't know what those words are. But that's what I'm gonna say you're due. Here I'm at another corner, so I'm just gonna get halfway through that little folded magic. Then it's folded, but then it's at the top. And then it's just that little section, and I get to just the single layer of border fabric again. And yeah, I was like looking at the back and you can see the quilting that I did to hold it all together better on the back. I don't know if I'm just gonna call it done and good. Actually, I am calling it done and good. I'm sewing the binding. Oh yes, stitching the thanks, Jess. Yes, from the top side, not from the wrong side. We don't want the. Yeah, never mind. Phoenix. Ugh. It has been a day. Oh, thank you. You're loving the piece you're working at. I really like this one too. I think the mummers is gonna really like it. Oh, while I'm paused and chatting for a second, let's do some thread trimming. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, I really, actually not kind of, I very much enjoy my combination of some machine top stitching or some just like places. Can we do it? Hand pop. No, I want you to get really close to me. So here's places where I did the tops, attached it with the contrasting top stitch, and then with the addition of the machine stitching in places. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I was finally siblings were saying, you know, you finish that, and I don't have that much left, and we really it wasn't too bad. All right, what's going on here? So back to the binding. And this is the section where I conveniently ran out. So I think just gonna lay. Yes, okay. What I'm going to do is lay the new section and over the original section. We'll treat that as a unit, and I will unpin where. Let me do this line of stitches real fast. Okay, so I have liberated that section, and oh, so this is how I did the corner. Hi. So I'm attached to the corner. I'm going to take the left hand side between my finger, index finger, and thumb, and hold it over. Is that how I did it? Next loaded. Now okay, welcome to Brain Fart with Phoenix. To make a corner, I need to be able to fold it over so I can have a corner. How do I need to fold the fabric? It is a way, but that's not the way I did it on their side. You know what? I don't need to. Love it. I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to. So again, I refer you back to someone else's description of how to sew a mitered corner border bee. The tutorial for that is not this. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I bet Jess has that tutorial. Or maybe she has another idea. Some stuff I'm not the best at, but I think I know people who do it better. I'll refer you to them. And if there is too much, I think a little pressing and a little fabric magic, if there's something a little like questionable on this border attachment, we'll just refer back to, oh, except, okay. Let's just flip it over. I'm going to stop and use this first line of stitches to say you should stitch it a little bit farther than that because this, no, Phoenix, show your shame. This is too much of the white of the yellow showing. Well, screw it. Is this okay? All right, Phoenix, don't have an existential crisis. We leave this much of the border fabric of the yellow above the blue sky showing, or do I stitch in another 1/2 inch and just cover this whole thing like I probably should? Bigger hem it is. People are not voting fast enough. Hello, welcome all 6 of you on the Rumbles. Welcome all 4 of you on the Tubes. Thank you, thank you. Oh, good. So we're at like a net 10 for the show. For the daring, make sure you smash that thumbs down button for us because anybody can ask for a thumbs up. Right, so I'm just making this a deeper hem. Nobody's, it's just is what it is. I didn't want that much of the gold showing. Sky is all sky without some funny toxic yellow sludge over the top of it. And I'm trying to decide what else we're going to quilt as far as garmenting things. I've got quite a bit of this blankie left over. All right, now I need to remember. Stay on the path. Sew the course, boys and girls. Sew the course. My application was not quite as crappy as this previously. And let's see here. What are we? I'm just going to back stitch now and I will just trim off the excess. There. Oh. Reaching for 1 snips, but I needed those snips acquired. And the corner. There's a corner. Maybe I didn't want to do the corners like that. I'm just, oh, let me. There. We didn't need it that close for this section. I'm just folding it over, giving it a little gentle tug and a finger press as I'm known to do. We're gonna make those corners work. We're gonna make that corner work. Yeah, I will just real quick. Should we just hand stitch this? Oh. Oh, there's a pin. Oh, yeah, there we see. Just poking everything through. Yeah, I don't think we want attachment for these stitches to sew through, so I'll just do a quick hand whip stitch with giant stitches and just with my finger tuck this raw edge in a little bit so it's finished. And then there's our quilting from the back side. It's, oh, and look at all the threads that Phoenix hasn't cut trimmed yet, because Boo is horrible and hates that part. What do we do? Projects that require so much thread trim. Someone's got to do it. Need to. No, it's Phoenix. It's because you're supposed to poke it. It's not poke this good enough. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh, it's the simple things. Getting those corners nicely poked through with your thumb. Oh, how simple and joyous these little things. I didn't know that this was that satisfying. We've turned things before, but trying to get those that our slippers turned last was that 2 years ago now? Was a while. And I think I've worn through one of the toes of one of them, so maybe that means we get to. I think we had that on our project list for this year and haven't gotten to it or done it yet. The making those slippers out of leather. And Brunhilde is yelling at she needs some love. And I know there's two have not seen Brunhilde, so I am doing a disservice to my collection. Alright. One project. Oh, this light looks so much better on my camera than when I. Yeah. All right. Good. One project I can actually get out in the mail. Is it going to get there on time? Don't know, but it will be significantly closer. All right. What should we play with now? Oh, some more straight lines. Just make everyone seasick. Welcome to the boat show where we accidentally have spinning cameras. Right, let me. Station. Me too. It's super fun. And it's such a freeing fabric manipulation technique if you can let yourself be it. If you're just don't worry about the swiggly lines and shapes. Just like it's a good that type of a project where it's just the more organic shapes. Good way to break out because you just have to you just have to be okay with it. It's fine. It's supposed to be raw and imperfect. And because I've got so much, why cut just enough for that background? I'd actually cut an entire yard square, then re-squared it, so we can make some more continuous bias strips. Or later conversion into piping and or ruching and or both, because you can never have enough. What I do need to figure out is a dowel holdy system that I can roll all of my yards of trim on, because oh wow, that was a horrible oh, wouldn't that be funny if we made you suffered through watching me make 26 yards of 26 different styles of trim. Though that could include just changing the color, because there's only so many sewing techniques. I don't know if I have 26 different options. I'm being laughed at in real life with that sounds like a horrible on brand project for you. Like, I'm hearing resounding yes, Phoenix, you should question your life choices later and say these things out loud now. You guys are missing out in the peanut gallery. I know you're busy and it's like the holidays. Speaking of which, you know who is not going to be a loser and cancel their show because of the Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve? Yeah, maybe I'll get Dove. Maybe we'll sew extra. Who knows? But we're going to be here. The circus, the show will go on. So just in case you thought you weren't going to be able to enjoy the Wednesday show the next 2 weeks, you will not be disappointed. Maybe we can get Rudolph to show up. Up on a housetop, reindeer paw claws, do 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 do. Oh oh oh, who do you know? So do you know? Up on the rooftop. Oh, that didn't sound right. Oh God, Venus. So good. All right, now I think something off in here. No, you look good. And we're flowing. Nothing is. I had a minor tear the one day where I thought that I'd like broken the little metal tension spring right there. I was like, oh, fluff it up. No, but I think we're. Who wasn't playing? Who is on Phoenix's naughty list for not sewing nicely this year? I think we were just trying to drive backwards. All right. Did I say what I was doing? I had a square. I cut the square in half. I pinned certain sections of the square together afterwards to make half of a pentagon. It's only four. It's not. It kind of rhomboid-esque shape. One of the oh. I don't. Of course, I'm surrounded by writing tools and paper, but just out of reach, and I just want to get the sewing done. There's pictures, Pinterest, for the shape of continuous bias binding. I fluffed it up last year, did it by myself, and didn't hate it. The part that is torturesome is cutting these giant strips, but I might as well get used to it if we're gonna do 26 so 26 flavors. We're better than Baskin Robbins. Our treasures are forever or until they break down. Hello, Allie. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're feeling okay. Ugh. I need some old broom handles or things to roll all that trim on. Oh, Allie, we're gonna do some amazing quest. Yes, it is around it. I see. I do know maths. Some maths. Remember some maths. Yes. Yeah, so I've got half of it. I didn't pull up or have completely in my brain how to sew the rest of this tube together. So I'm not gonna do that part because I do it wrong, then the cutting gets funny. Oh, yeah, I need to, I guess, clear off my bigger cutting mat because the hard part about cutting the bias from these big of strips is on the littler mat, all the moving of the fabric and pulling and yanking it to move it around to cut it. Does this trims I've started to make, can I count those toward? Yes, Phoenix, you can count those towards your total. Oh man, we are gonna have the best trim collection in so many colors. I don't know if I can even make this happen. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, and then let's try to sew some of these tubes and trim it and pull it through, because who doesn't need something overly adorned with rouleau trim? And they don't really make that anymore, so let's just go out on a limb and say, let's make 26 yards of rouleau, because probably need like 500 for a real rouleau project. Start small. We'll just get a sampling. And if I recall correctly, the trick for the next section after it, I really do need to press it. I didn't press the first go around and I was fine. Oh, Ellie, totally tubular. Yes, a totally tubular episode. Yes. Yes, yes. Let's just go back to different times. Oh, no, going back. All right. This would sound so scratchy sounding, so crisp. All right, so this probably needs a press with a gentle iron to open up this seam, and then somehow I make sure that the wrong edges are on the seam side, offset it by the amount of width of the bias strips I want to cut, and then stitch it and press it, and then to the cutting. Oh, we need some more light. That good camera. Was I darkening the camera instead of lightening myself? All right, that's different. All right, I am not. Let's see here. Like grody to the max. Enough to gag a maggot like gag me with a spoon. Oh, Ellie, at least the I'm glad your funny bone is not broken. Like, whatever. Like, later. Much later? I know that there's totes gonna be cats with muddy paws that I think if I want to do. Well, I guess there's no time like a now time. Ugh. I'm hoping that where the white is, that one of these horrible to sew with monofilament metallics will fix that. I'm also like not sure. I don't know if materials that I could just restart and do it again, but don't know. Do know that I needed. Okay. Is there an angle that this is gonna work? All right, let me see. The angle you need to be at to cut with this horrible scalpel is. Okay. Hold on, I'll get to chat in just a second. We're just doing a little. Put that plate is stupid. You're a scalpel. You're a scalpel, Mr. Grinch. Do, 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 do. I use a Schmetz metallic needle has a huge eye. What? I use that thread and use a Schmetz metallic needle. That with the thread, and it helps. Schmetz metallic needle has a huge eye. Oh, to help them. Oh, metallic pass without grabbing and flaking off. Now I get it. I don't have one of those. Yeah, because this one is, it doesn't flake because it's just a monofilament is that word. And then I also have this one that I think is wound on a core, probably a poly core, which is just different. But I need these edges to look better because they're really don't like them. Interact with. Just shredding the fabric. I'm doing that. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, is there any place? Yes, it will have to be an order from Amazon. Okay, you. What? Why are you? There must be something with my. Oh, gonna leave the scalpel on the table, or try to pull up my sleeves, because theoretically scalpels are sharp, and we practice good scalpel safety. Through. Just that I can't. Let me tuck myself in better. Jiminy Christmas. All right. Oh no. Welcome to the Clown Doctor. We are sewing with Phoenix, or how to horribly cut with scalpels on fabric. Okay, you only use the metallic needle with that Gutermann metal thread. Okay. Okay. All right. I will not yell into the camera, and note to later Phoenix, order a Gutermann metal thread needle after the show. All right, maybe that well, if it's put my presser foot down. Okay. Yeah, because I think everything's gonna be fine. I need to just stop worrying. I know I'm gonna do that horrible metallic. Hopefully I've got enough. If not, I don't. Do I really need? Oh, Phoenix, you probably will just. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. All right. Wow, we've got a lot of people watching. Yes, this is a sewing show, but sometimes It's not. I'm also trying to not. I need to stand because I don't. The problem with this scalpel is the angle I need to get. All right, I can see. Welcome to. Oh, that is a horrible angle, but you know what? Why being able to do this project? What I need to do more important than what version of my face you see or don't. This is the. I'm just trying to keep it because I mostly want the pointy part where the narrowest cutty section is. I'm just knowing where my body is because we're not going to become viral for having a horrible scalpel accident. We'll work on this until we get more cats coming in because if the boy cats come, we are not allowed to walk on this project with dirty paws. Let me get most of the rough cuts and then we'll figure out. I don't know which I like better. Oh, One, oh, Allie, one must properly tuck into the project one is looking to do. Exactly. You think that's what was the snotty sewist that said that? Oh, but snacks work. Snacks always work. I like snacks. Ooh. And it's funny that getting the mummers turned on to the salted licorices. So I'm going to go on the assumption that I'm mostly cutting through. And I'm again just using my little snips to add some pressure to the fabric because you do not, and I repeat, do not put your fingers on the fabric next to the scalpel. Oh. I'm gonna set this scalpel back down. No, all I have to do is snake that they will. They will. But it's been cold and muddy and rainy. Not as much rain as other places, but enough. So they haven't gone out in a while, so I don't want to deprive them of their kitty outside time. Okay, so this I don't know what I like. I like it if I can see right on this project. Yeah, they'll come in eventually, and I will quickly wrap up this project. Let me go back to the scissors. Yeah. I get as close, but I'm gonna end up going over twice, and then it looks like this. Gonna go over it again. So it shouldn't catch, and I'm just not like it's gonna go through a lot of layers. Stitch density. Okay, Phoenix, it's gonna be fine. Working on this, not starting. Oh, this type of fussy cutting is just kind of a different type of, just a different type of fussy cutting. I know, well, but welcome to super fascinating content where I throw things overboard, forget to talk because trying to cut just next to the line of stitches without severely cutting. I'm not completely worried about the one off where the satin stitch is going to get trimmed because it's going to get covered over. Minimize the edging. Why work harder on what the satin stitches need to do? Oh yes, Jess snacks all the time on. Yeah, I can't. Oh hey Freya Froofers, do you want some snacks because your brothers are outside? All right, here, come here. Oh hey Loki. Loki. Oh, oh God, your feet are wet and cold. Oh, careful! Don't step on that trim. Don't step. Oh God! Oh God! Wash your paws. Go go clean your feet off. Go clean your feet off. Freya Frilfers. That's it for right now. I can't have cold, wet, muddy paws on the sewing table. Can't have this. Oh, Jess, you've been eating chocolate covered peanuts. Oh, yum. Oh, jeez. Oh, Loki, I am getting my monofilament stuck. Yeah, honey. Can don't roll overboard. Let me rip. Ooh, that sounds so good. Yeah, I need to go get me some more of that of my erythritol monk fruit stuff so I can try some more candy. At marshmallow with the taste was good. The texture an absolute flop. But I guess this one, oh, I've got one sulky and one Guterman. No, they're both sulky, but similar, yeah. I hope I have enough of this. Oh, Jess. Yes, Ellie, they understood the assignment. Right. Oh, now I'm on this rabbit hole to do the fondant with erythritol. So, because I'm not I'm scared of the diabetes. Yes, chocolate covered almonds. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna order one of those things. Are you? Let's let's sew some tubes real fast because I don't. Trouble's gonna be coming, and I don't want to work on the white with cats who have dirty, muddy, wet paws on mom's necklace. Weak cats. That's a disaster that is preventable by me not working on it. So I'm gonna go back to this fussy cutting with the snips to get those. Scalpel is just the angle. Phoenix, stop complaining. It is your sew, but need to be all complainy pants. Oh, right. Did I finish that whole thing fondant to make chocolate covered cherries? Because they're super yummy, and I know somebody who that's their absolute favorite candy. And the last time I sent them a box of Annie's, there was some malfunctions, so why not go above and beyond? Oh, I know trouble is inbound when you said tubes. How will you turn them? I'm going to cut the a blunt needle and attach it the same way you puncture it through, like when you're doing ribbon embroidery. And yeah, I'm gonna try that way. Because if I cut the tube big enough and cut, let's see here, we've got 1 inches. If I fold it over and then just do a scant 2.5, 3 millimeter stitch line, I think the tube will be big enough. And yeah, we're gonna take a blunt needle. Also, these are this strip is only 60 inches. It's not as they're not super long. Leans back from good. Allie's tucking in for the show. There are snacks. There's something to drink. All right, tuck in, boys and girls. Let's get one strip and see. Right, yeah, seriously, because the biggest struggle is, do I know where exactly one of my big, large-eyed, blunt-tipped needles is? This is the bigger question. But, because I know there's that way with ribbon embroidery that you put over and okay, because okay, I know how to do this. I know what we're gonna do. My fingers on the tools to do it. But you get your diamond. You thread that diamond through the eye of the needle, and then you take the length of the needle, and when you get to the edge on the fabric, you pierce the needle through the fabric, and then I'm gonna use that to stuff it back through. So we'll see. Ellie's tucked in and ready for the show. But before we get to the misadventures, let me show the art quilt. I just need to hand whip stitch the backside, but I'm calling her done. Oh no. Oh, wait, that was the analogy to a head wound and using a neck tourniquet. Yeah, seriously. Oh, yeah. I know. It just like in Phoenix patch that femoral artery wound with a band-aid. No, we probably need some Z-fold gauze and then some of the suction hemostatic dressing-y things, because that's not a place I can put my fancy tourniquet. Oh, maybe I'll be good and give it a good press open, and then I'm just gonna gently tuck it and whip stitch it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I know the mom. Oh, let me. Oh God! What the fluff, Freya Proofers? You. As I see them, every time I look at it, I'm just trimming a few more threads that I missed the last time I looked because they hide. There was quite a few. But yeah, we're gonna have regular shows the next 2 weeks. You can't get rid of me that fast. And I think we're just gonna do the same time, cause why change it? I'm not gonna say I think I'm done trimming threads, cause the moment I do that, I'm gonna find more. Oh, I'm gonna say that's as much as I'm gonna trim for this particular moment. Roller up the long way. Side where better behind me, because that's a place where I know cats are probably not gonna. What are you What has gotten into you, cat? This is Phoenix using her rotary cutter, and you know who can't keep the thing cut layers? Wow, we are not good at words. Hey, what? Freya Froofers! You are quite the little social butterfly for this afternoon's performance. Do you have anything else you'd like to say, right, Meow? No? That pooper duper, I haven't heard him. Did he jump the fence again? Is he getting another car ride back to the big house? Yeah. Sure missed snack time, but that was on him. See if we can free one of these strips finally, because super fascinating sewing content. This did learn again. I tried to use that scalpel to cut with before. It's so my hands on some different one. Let's try this one. I have one strip this long. 45 inches, let's say. So not the most horribly long strip if this all goes to fluff. Oh, Allie, I will put this where the cats don't usually go, right? Seriously. Because as soon as you say they're like, haha, we're gonna be here, and we never go in there. Alright, let's tuck in to see if we can get this disaster. I'd leave an inch and a half unstitched before I start my sewing. Oh, they won't get it. Yes, and they'll be sleeping there later. 100%. If I leave the art quilt laying flat on someplace, I approve her. I'll big camera. I see. She's in the frame, but no. All right, let's see. How much does Phoenix question her life choices? Yes, I have seen your cats in act. They do attack a snack. Loki was gonna go crazy. Yeah, those boys, those cats do love themselves a snacky. Been a while since we've tried to do this turn technique. Well, we all know how much Phoenix loves in sewing a monotonous straight line. As I was doing it, I do see I have some. Oh, here. We'll do two different ways. I'll do this way, I'll cut it back, I'll save it to do the needle turn tech, all the turning. I'll do the pre-stitching, and on Saturday, I'll make sure I have where the needles are. Because I also see where I have some hemp that's just a little bit thicker so that we can try the. Oh, but we don't need making this more complicated. I think this ribbon, let's see. I can actually sew a decent to try to get this technique to work in the first place. Just for comparisons to see why, Phoenix, why do you want to work harder when I think there's a way that I can work smarter? We'll get to that way next. Oh, we should probably put in a back stitch. Ooh. And the next part is getting a needle, and yeah, the next way, sew the hemp cord inside and attach that to the top and just pull through and reuse the cord. All right, let's do that next. And I will switch out for my other foot. Just a little. Strip 2. Like, apply some of this blue. I have it to hand, and it's high contrast to material. Good. Oh. Slightly more satisfying. Less time consuming. Okay, and strip number 2. Going to label or find where. Okay, find the edge of the skein. Be gone label that's probably been there for a while. All right, this spool is free. Oh, and look at the edge hiding right there for me. As then isn't for this way going to it's attached. How do I reuse? Oh, because I'm gonna do it this, I need to sew it open and then fold it over and then pull and then I just snip the tip of it. Okay. We lose a little bit of the original cord, but we just need to snip the tip. And let me appropriately let me free the magnetic stuff because Blammo's magnetic presser foot attachments, they hold your extra pins, your needles, your thread, everything that you. So sometimes it makes for a presser foot. So I'm going to just stitch on top of the cord over. So let's then trim it. Lay the blue cord off to and I can feel where the cord is. Now I've got the cording foot on. Just gonna sew a straight line and always making sure that I know where that cording is because I don't want to stitch over it because if I do, this version will be a complete fail from the beginning. I'm trying to sew, give myself the most widest tube I can. I think that's questionably narrow at the beginning, but we will see. Leave a cloth tab at the start at the top to attach the cord, then double up the cord if thick fabric and lay out the attaching and then fold over and sew the length, turn inside out so the fashion fabric is on the outside. Okay, I think I have a tab, check. And then, oh yeah, this is super thin, so I've just got one. Oh, I could have lay out after attack. Okay. I think I missed a step. We maybe will, well, let's see how Phoenix's version turns out, and we'll try to follow Allie's instructions more closely. I think that I've got a wide enough tube that should be able to pull this through. We will see. Oh, I can also see where my stitching was shoddy and I didn't. Let me make sure I have less questionable stitching. Oh, what's for dinner? Maybe sausage with easy jalapeno sauce. Okay, done. I made a spicy coleslaw yesterday. Almost done with this tube. This really wants to like pull through. It's tube stitched and we'll. There's probably a step if I was super good that I should try to trim it a little bit. Let's be brazen and see if we can do it without. And then we'll do the third which is we just use the bias binder without any fabric on the inside. Done that before, and I think let's see, we haven't tried that. It's been a while since we've tried to these techniques again. We utterly failed the last time, so what's the worst we could do? Fail again a second time? Who cares? Only stitches. Oh, we're almost at the end here. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, let's see. Can we pull a two? Gently easing the fabric up to the head of bird. I'm guessing the most horrible spot is going to be I get everything bunched up at the tip again. Gently, easily tug it through so it starts to fold in on itself. But this fabric is relatively lightweight. I'm gonna use my fingers and just see if we can gently encourage some of this. Just start to want to roll over its. Just gently. Do we think Phoenix is gonna, who's gonna win? Tube or Phoenix? I'm gonna use my little snips to just gently hold. Oops. See if we can do a little hold and tuck maneuver. Nobody's gonna see it, but let's just clean up the ends. Now yeah, exactly. Now everything is gonna fight against me. Bunch up a whole bunch of fabric because it needs to have enough to go past itself and then come on through. On through, come on through. Other side. got enough fabric here, so I'm gonna gently, just gently gonna manipulate this like I'm pulling a turtleneck over a tree stump that doesn't want a turtleneck on. I'm also gonna move some of these threads that I'm liberating errantly. Questionable. Oh, did I rip it? Well, that was a fail. My cord uncorded itself. All right. And the last runner-up technique in tonight's triple header. Bias binder foot. Yes, really like putting a turtleneck on an elephant trunk and all. Yes. Yeah. That way was a failure for me this afternoon. But fortunately, we have one last black dark horse contender. Oop, don't. Oh, God. That was. Us getting stuck, almost falling over. Wowie wow. Welcome to some bouts of completely uncontrolled and unsolicited, unfunny physical comedy. Alright, so I just took out of the puzzle box the bias binder foot. I think we've done this before. Just is the winner. Only thing that we'll see is strips are cut at about 1 inch, and the tool calls for 15, 16. We're a little bit chunky, but ugh. Oh, Ellie, you need to feed it from the top, inserting the tape, and then feed it from the top to bottom. Okay. All right. Hey, Mona, welcome, welcome. I'll try it again. But we'll go with the last contender. Oops. I'm just gonna leave a bigger tail so I can. Oh, welcome to Phoenix only shows her arms and hands instead of what we're trying to do. I've got the bias binder foot. I'm going to extend it past the needle, slot it through the slot. All right, once we get this lined up. I'm just going to cut a build. I really want to get it started. Backside middle and just pull it the other end. So I'm gonna. Oh yes, Allie, I know. Look up the tube turner. Blamo LLC should have made this patent. This a potent patent. Yes, let's get Blamo the potent patent for the tube turners. Yeah. Oh, I left my Did we do it before? Okay. Let's try this technique and then we'll go off the toy that all the cool kids want this. Okay, can you just get stuff down my tube? What, Loki? What are you doing? Okay. Do that. Done it before. My exceptionally shaky hands are trying to just stuff this tip. To make sure that it's evenly distributed. If I recall correctly, this is the worst part about this technique. Ah, the painfulness. Use use the awl to start it into the then okay. Thank you, Darth Manuel Alley. So I'm gonna flip it upside down. Take the awl. It, poking it, and wiggling it, and sliding it through the at some point. Okay. Oh. Because, okay. Here's, let me make sure that I'm in frame for, you're stopping the foot where that sun don't shine. Yeah, let me double check where I am. Okay. Here's my foot, and I'm going to be able to see the fabric through that little slot in the inside there. So I can start to see the tip of the fabric coming through. So I'm going to move it towards me so I can see where I'm at. And it's combed through. I'm just gripping the tip firmly with my little hemostats. And now that we are locked, let's get this foot reattached. Okay, good call, Ellie. But you don't steer us wrong, so. Oops, let me get back to the page where the chat is. Oh, or a pin will work, yes. Yep, we're stuffing all this stuff, but hopefully I tried to be a good ring leader and my angle so everybody could see. Yep, a pin would work, the awl would work, the glorious sharp pointy pokey grippy tools. And I think from the last time we did this using the bias binder attachment was the most superior. No turning, fucking, oops, It helps. I engage said presser foot. The hard part here is making sure everything rolls nicely, evenly. Oh yeah. They're bias bound. Little tubey. Let me finish this tube and then I'll bring it closer. Yeah. Oh, we are not. Oh, dude. Okay. Oh, today I did something funny. So here is our little bias bound strip tube. Not good if you want the invisible stitches and just the turn, but I think when this works, I think this is the far superior. Oh, well, I did put my foot in my mouth with this way a couple of times. It's okay. It's okay. Let's find our bobbin thread again and see what happens so we can get this tube stitch. This foot is not putting its best foot forward. No. This foot really likes to make you second. Well, like we're the results so superior, but there is a cost. Yeah. Oh, that bobbin went on very nicely. Oh, Ellie, that was what should have been called an odd turn of events. Do 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 do. Charleston. Do 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 do. All right, I don't know why I want to just go and dance the Charleston now. Oh, when dances were dances. Oh, the second where restarting. I'm not gonna be able to use that same technique, but I do. Oh, can I? This is a foot. You can only pull forward. It's got a direction. You can only pull in one direction away from you. I don't like to pull. Same with the ruffler foot and a lot of these attachments. You might break something if you pull against the mechanism in the wrong way. Okay. Now we're just coming apart at the seams, Phoenix. You've been doing so good. Should we? All right. Today, all of those techniques are kicking my fanny. Let's do something else. We're just bouncing around because got some hand sewing and I just the light's just not good for me to try to fussy cut mom's necklace. No, that I really should do it. So let's play some more with the shirring foot and get this all loosened up again. Okay, nice and loose on my presser. Head tension. Sure, this better not cause me any trouble. When it works, I love it. When it doesn't, again, I'm just left disappointed. Put that foot back in the box. Alright, we picked up our fancy toy. Have some brick. Fingers crossed. Now we should just be able to watch magic happen. Magical? I think, is there like a two? Oh. Whatever turn this is, 5, 6. Just the perfect looseness. The presser foot on the feed dogs. And is it like completely uniform and even? No. Am I worried? No, it'll be fine. I'm trying to free the. Oh. No, we just. Alright. Trying to make sure that there's not too much tension on the free yards sitting on my shoulder. That would defeat the purpose. Yeah, it's so funny. I haven't changed anything, but the texture of the little ruffles varies from more gathered to less gathered. Look it. Alright, of course, now that I'm trying to do it again, it's being some of them look. It doesn't. Phoenix, just stop. We're just playing. Just play along with me. It's not gathered enough, though. So funny, like, I did not. Is it the. Oh, actually, I do know exactly what's wrong. It has to do with the tension from the top thread, not pulling differently enough. There we go. Not as ruefully as I'd like it to be. Maybe I'll just go through and I think I almost like doing it on the ruffler foot better. It's just differently uniform and consistent, but whatever. Those kids. Okay, did that little pooper duper come back in the house? Outside? Yeah, you're getting ready for dinner. All right, the cats are saying they think I should stop the show so that I can get ready to get them their supper times. I will be back in Stitches Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific time. We'll get all stitched in. Yes, this is gathered. Ruffles are different and even. Yes. Yep, these are just scrunched together. And there's parts of it that, like, somehow the tension was different and they are more densely gathered and others where they're less. I guess it's just, it is fine. And I enjoy the difference of it, the lack of perfect uniformity. Also, just another shout out to the old-fashioned presser feet. The garments that were made with all of that ornamentation, folks didn't work as hard as modern sewers are making it. there's a tool for doing ruffled trim. It's not doing a straight stitch on a basting length and then pulling and praying. Oh, thank you. I do try very hard to gather you all in so nicely. Much easier when I had Dove help me loosen up the oh, I'm pointing to the presser foot presser thinger. Yeah. They're so much fun and so pretty. No, it is not even. They're pretty in its irregularity. Yeah, and I don't. This one's like this row. I am like smushing it up a little bit, giving it a little encouragement. But when things are working super smoothly, the foot does. I don't need to smush it gently, but presser foot top tensor. Exactly. Yes. It's all about the thread the thread tensioner at the top and loosening the pressure on the presser foot bar. Like, why do these folks work so hard when they? Oh well, I hope that they at one point learn that there's these tools exist for a reason, and they really do make your life easier. Yeah, this strip is to 1.5 inches. Hey, pooper duper. And this I tried the pinked edges. This looks like I started at one end and we're gonna end with it coming together with the whole section that I've already done. And I will remember to re-tauten the presser foot bar to my preferred general stitching pressure. Hey, pooper duper, you didn't come for snacks and now it's time for dinner. Or now you're gonna. What? No. Okay. You want to take your collar of shame off? And here I am back. Where it's differently ruffled. Alright. Ruffles have been sewn. I like ruffles. I like gathers. I like cording and piping too. It makes pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh, whatever we do. All right, now I'm really gonna do the TTFN, press the end show button. Oh, Ellie, yes, this is also why there are 14 different styles of attachment sets for this specific machine. So this machine always was like this amazing workhorse of a everything machine. It's so good. Oh, they dropped the price of that Davis down to 100, but my beauty, this workhorse, my Sphinx, we just think, and we have most of the tools. Ah, Jess, you're heading out, shower and a nap. Have a great evening. All right, I will let folks rest up, snack up, whatever they need, because I know there might be a lot more sewing depending on how close you are to getting your holiday projects done or whatever it is folks are doing. All right, so I will stop blabbering. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. You know when I'll be back, because I'm, if nothing, try to be horribly consistent with my show time. So I will sew it all up and see you all next time. All right, TTFN, boys and girls.